Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of AC3. In between episodes, I mocked up. I don't think I can show it now. No, the DNA tracker is not here when I'm in the modern day, but I mocked up that challenge in the last part of sequence 8. It's called the Memory Public Execution, I think, and it was about preventing Hickey from killing two George Washington's bodyguards and at the same time also killing two militia people, like the goons from Hickey himself. And it's a very short sequence, but it's incredibly hard to do that. By yourself. I really either I killed one militia and could prevent Hickey attacking the bodyguards, or I killed two militia, but then the bodyguards got killed. There's really not a lot of time to do it all, and then I did resort to checking it out on the internet, and there was a guy, and I could have thought of it myself, but who said, you just have to tackle Hickey first. That will slow him down, and then you will also draw. If he stands up, don't attack him on the ground, because then you will kill him in one blow, and then the cutscene triggers and you fail the challenges if you didn't do them up until then. So don't kill him on the ground, but if he stands up and you attack him once, he actually focuses attention on Connor, and then you can just fight with him and along the way take out some militiamen. So that was a major tip for anybody struggling there. Just first tackle Hickey, and then prevent him from attacking the bodyguards as such, and then just get into a brawl, and then it was quite easy. For now, we will be doing, hopefully it is still available, the interactive conversations in this second part of the modern day timeline. I already we got here in the previous episodes, but then I went back into the Animus because I wanted to show something in the DNA tracker, and then a cutscene triggered while entering the Animus with Desmond's father, who is normally also here, walking around, working, blah blah blah, and also has interactive dialogue. And in that cutscene that automatically triggered, he actually went somewhere else. He went off. So that was a bummer, because I was like, okay, did I now miss out because of this cutscene on any dialogue with him? I checked it out on YouTube, and apparently not. I'm not 100% sure whether I saw the correct part, but I think it is. And Desmond, the guy, he went up with Desmond to his father to do an interactive dialogue, and his father only said like, yeah, we're busy, let's get back to work. So that is good. Anyways, so we were already here in the previous episode. Then I went back into the Animus, but now, having completed in between episodes that last challenge of sequence 8, I've now returned here, and now let's do the conversations, if they're available. Yes.
So, what's the latest? Learn anything interesting while you were exploring?
They were working on some weird stuff towards the end. Trying to engineer new bodies and store their minds inside computers.
Failure after failure. It must have been hard for them.
I worry about it too. I mean, they say there's something in here that'll help us, but what is it? Why is it locked up if it's exactly what we need?
I don't know. Maybe it's dangerous. Maybe they wanted to make sure only you could reach it.
That's the other question. What makes me so special?
I guess we'll know once we open the door.
Alright, so indeed I checked the correct part on YouTube with that father dialogue, because I watched that guy who uploaded it also interact with this girl, and it was the same dialogue. And then afterwards he went to the father, the guy who is now not here anymore, and it was indeed like he had nothing to say. So there was nothing missed. That's good.
Hey, I hope it's not uncomfortable for me to ask, but what happened with Lucy?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's fine. I really don't know. I was talking to my dad about it. It's hard to say. I mean, Juno definitely took control, but I think I agreed to it on some level. I think I let her in. No. That's not right. It wasn't her. Not exactly. It was more like a program. Does that sound weird? It showed me things.
What'd you see?
That if I didn't stop Lucy, Abstergo would get the apple, and we'd all be dead.
I still don't understand why she turned on us.
I'm sure she thought she was doing the right thing.
I gotta get back to work. You might want to do the same.
Right, we are going to talk with the other team members, and I think I can also store another piece of power or something. I can insert that in some kind of a storage here or something. Maybe over there. Let's check that out. I think, how many people are here? We have the techie, we have that girl, we have the father, and we also have that lady upstairs over there. I think that's Juno. I don't think there's anybody else. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, unbelievable.
What's up?
Your politicians are constantly referencing the founding fathers and insisting they must have been in support of one thing or another. I have never seen such a blatant disregard for history.
That's just typical political propaganda.
It's also dishonest and delusional. How can anyone claim to know what these people wanted based off scraps of paper and wishful thinking?
They're looking for intent. What these men envision for our country and its future.
Idealistic and unlikely. I don't think most of your presidents and senators and judges care what the founders thought. They just want to know how they can bend old words to achieve modern goals. Who cares if they were deists or theists or wanted a central bank? Why do people need the validation? What should matter is what you, as an individual, believe, and why you believe it. What, are we so insecure that we have to find 18th century letters to validate our beliefs? Oh, look, Mum, a dead man agreed with me. Maybe. If you transpose the letters in his shopping list, you can plainly see he was on my side.
Jesus, Sean. It's a cynical way to look at it.
Doesn't make it less true.
Yes, he is right. On the other hand, it can never hurt if the texts are quite clear and they support your arguments. Then why not reference it?
I keep trying to understand how men like Washington and Jefferson dedicate their lives to the pursuit of liberty and equality, yet have no problem owning slaves. It's hypocritical in the extreme, and your history books make only passing mention of the subject, as if it were of little consequence.
They had a war to win. Country's future to secure. How could they deal with all these issues at the same time?
Spoken like a true apologist. We hear it today, too, that matters of civil rights and equality must wait. There are conflicts to settle, economies to salvage. What do any of these things matter if the people are not free and equal? All of them.
Alright, that is a valid point. But on the other hand, you can also say, look at the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. The positive glass is half full approaches, they were abolishing it eventually. So indeed, you cannot do everything at the same time. But they were one of the first countries to structurally abolish slavery. Contrary to many other countries in Africa, the Middle East, everywhere around the globe, where even today in 2021 slavery still exists. So, yeah, you also have to look at it from the bright side. It was abolished. It was acknowledged that it is a terrible system. Inhumane and terrible.
I wish there was a way for us to share what we learned from the Animus with others. Imagine being able to accurately answer questions about the past, or experience lost civilizations.
But how would you cite it? We can't just reveal the machine's existence to the world.
Why not?
Desmond's right. It would be dangerous. And we still haven't found a way to manage the bleeding effect.
I have the
Maybe when we're
feeling-
done saving the world, we can look into it.
Even if we do manage to stave off the apocalypse, it's not like the Templars are simply going to disappear. I suspect our fight will continue long after this latest battle is finished.
I have the feeling that maybe a texture is missing over there. He was leaning against in nothingness, but like there should have been a wall. And previously there was also a wall over there, I think. It's a bit awkward.
Oh, look at the time. Oh, doesn't time fly? Look, I think it's best we get you back in the Animus, Come on, chop chop. We need to find that key, Desmond. It's not going to happen with you out here, is it?
Right. I really like, for all the frustration in the previous episodes I had with challenges and stuff, these sections I really like. Just exploring a bit of background. Really nice. Anywho, let's also get to that lady and see where we can put some kind of piece of Eden or something. And there are also emails. Let's check emails. Alright. Mission replay. What's this? Modern Tower, the stadium. I can actually replay those sections. I would actually, I now want to make some progress, but this stadium mission, it was also like, I think the previous episode or the one before. Wait, let me write that down. One moment for the descriptions of the episodes. Present day 2, and that is the stadium MMA fight. The stadium MMA fight. 1 second. Modern day mission is. I was not aware they were over here. Named those missions. I thought it was just called Modern Day, and that's what I referred to in the episode description. But it's actually they have names. Modern Tower. We'll adjust that in the earlier description of that episode. Anywho, I would like to replay that stadium mission because I really was not paying any attention. I went through it like on the autopilot because I was still super frustrated from the challenges and annoyances of the section before it. But yeah, maybe later. I doubt it because I still have to work my way through a lot of AC games. It's so time consuming. Or not. I like it, but I do need to make some progress. But it's good to know that you can also replay the modern day missions. Let's see. We have some new ones. And how does this work? Yes, so it starts with the oldest and then it's descending newer. Alright, Rebecca Crane, patch notes. To Desmond, heyo, had a little bit of downtime while you were gone, so figured I'd do what I could to upgrade the operating system. It's actually been ready for a little while now, but with the Animus in safe mode I wasn't about to try an installation. Things I did, actually it should be we since I had a few people in the other cells chip in. 1. Modification to the targeting system. You should be able to move in and out of combat more easily. Free running improvements. You're less likely to jump at the wrong time in the wrong direction. Only one input for interaction with the world. No more choosing between parts of your ancestor's body. 4. You can assassinate while moving now. Definitely try it out ASAP. You can pick up weapons on the go as well. 5. We implemented the weather system. Rain, snow, wind. It's all there. 6. Animals. Enough said. 7. Fast travel. Just open your map and you can instantly travel to any unlocked fast travel stations. 8. Revamp the map. It now provides lots of additional information and you've got more control over what it shows. There's a ton of other stuff too, but your dad is yelling at me to get back to work, so I'd better wrap this up. I'll hit you up on the other side as you come across new futures. Right, I wonder whether there was an exclamation mark near these, so I assume it are new emails, but I wonder whether I didn't already read these. Sean Hastings, first of all, welcome back. It's good to see you fully recovered. Can't imagine what it was like for you trapped in there. If you ever want to chat about it, just let me know. Anyways, you'll find the database essentially unchanged aside from a few cosmetic upgrades as before. You'll receive a notification when I've added a new entry. I'll also let you know if any of the entries are updated, as is often the case when dealing with these conspiratorial ancestors of yours. Yeah, I've read these all. Very annoying that these exclamation marks pop up again. Yes, I'm sure we read this in a previous episode. Yeah, the only thing is I'm trying to find where we left off. Right, this one we read. I found a way to better control the impulse, to formulate the thought and transmit it, to add a sense of structure, a sense of order. You fear order, your kind, the gentle hand stands the flock. It is a kindness, not a cruelty. I wonder will you ever understand. Your enemies do in their own way, but they share your base heritage. Their concept is flawed. They are not worthy. You have all proved unworthy of our gifts. Right? Looks like Juno really taking a shine to you. Alright, I'm just reading it quickly in myself to see if I recognize it. Yeah, maybe this is a new one. Alright, I will read it. Sean Hastings to Desmond. Looks like Juno is really taking a shine to you. I suggest you don't engage her. There isn't time to go down that rabbit hole. It's sure to prove a better stand. Besides, this whole experience is actually that final door. Salvation, was it? But for us? Who knows? Here we sit, working towards something we know next to nothing about. But it's our only chance, so there's that, I suppose. From Sean to Desmond, and that's a forward. And that was from that computer, that system message to Sean. Leave him alone. You should not meddle in affairs that do not concern you. Lol, somebody doesn't like me. Alright, from Sean. All these Juno visits and emails too apparently have got me thinking. What happened to Tinia and Minerva? They're the ones who invited us to this little apocalypse party, and now they've gone and buggered off. A little inconvenient, not to mention rude. I'll try and poke around later, see if there's not some sign of what happened to them. Right, November 19, Rebecca Craneman, the only one, to Desmond's. I'm not sure how Desmond's father is called. Let's maybe William Mouse and Sean Hastings. Who thinks we should buy a few space heaters, maybe a couple of jackets too. It's cold down here. I sort of figured that as we powered the place up, it'll like turn on its climate control systems or something. It would like turn on. Okay, guess not. Maybe the first cities like it this way. All I know is I don't. So I'd really like for us to pick up some sort of heating solution the next time we head out, please. From Sean to everybody, Abstergo is definitely onto us. Most of the power sources I was tracking are gone. Guess they're rushing to snap them up now that they know what we're up to. We've got the other cells scouting for us, running interference, trying to grab anything they can. It's just hard with our numbers and their resources. From William, yes, so Desmond's father is called William to Desmond. Sean's continuing his search for additional power sources. I'm working to coordinate with the other cells, have them doing recon and watching for Abstergo. What are the other? We've got the other cells scouting for us. Right, so there are also some other cells in their team. Sean's continuing his search for additional power sources. I'm working to coordinate with the other cells, have them doing recon and watching for Abstergo. It's almost the same as Sean said over here. We've got the other cells scouting for us, running interference, trying to grab anything they can. It's just hard with our numbers and Abstergo's resources. Alright. I'm working here. We've got the other cells scouting for us. I'm working to coordinate with the other cells, have them doing recon and watching for Abstergo. Yes, so that's scouting. Rebecca's been monitoring your sessions. I'm hoping to duplicate some of the recordings and send them to other cells for further research. Also hoping there's a way to bypass some of these memories, but synchronization seems to dictate your progress in chronological order. Hopefully someday we'll have a way to move through memories more quickly. Would certainly save us a lot of time in situations like this. Alright, from the system, hurry to Desmond. Why do you delay? If you do not retrieve the key in time, all the world will perish and you with it. Yet you stop to talk or rest. Rest later when your work is done. If I seem aggressive, if my words feel more imperative than request, it is because I fear that you will not succeed in time, and then all of us are doomed. And another one, murderers to Desmond. My father was taken from me by human hands. A war they called it, for their freedom. They were not even meant to exist. You were not meant to exist. We conjured you, a mistake, an error that cost us the world. My father would sing to me as a child, soft songs of hope and love. His voice forever stilled when your Brutus ancestors took up an axe and club. Later turned our own work against us. We might have known what was to come and averted it, had you not dragged us into war. This is your fault. Sean, American politics, you know, it's rather incredible the way your lunatic fringe tries to conjure the spirit of the founding fathers to support the various causes. And by incredible I mean hilarious. They hold up slave-owning sexist homophobes as if that's some sort of ideal to which one should aspire. Oh, and in case you think I added that last bit of fun, as the sexism and slavery bits are already common knowledge. Sodomy was a criminal offense in every one of the 13 colonies except for Georgia, and Thomas Jefferson, champion of personal liberties that he was, advocated for the castration of homosexuals. Lovely fellows, these founding fathers of yours. And now there's that new bit of madness with people asking for the removal of textbook references to their slave owning. And before you think to turn it back around and rightly point out their barbarism was inspired by English law, last I checked, two stupids doesn't make a smart. I thought the whole point of the revolution was to break free of the old ways, and it certainly doesn't recommend your founders as the sort of persons one should aspire to become. Unless you aspire to become a manipulative bigot. Man, this is all that political correctness, politics into a game. I hate it. Even in 2012 when this game came out. Or 13, I don't even remember when it came out. Lest you think, I think 12. Lest you think I'm championing some sort of leftist agenda. Yes, I'm thinking that. I'll gladly shame the internet tough guys who celebrate the Treaty of Tripoli as well. Shame on them for thinking it shows anything other than something taken straight out of the first grader's guide to international relations. Its intent wasn't to prove America wasn't a Christian nation. They were saying they weren't going to reignite the Crusades. No. That would be delayed for a couple of centuries. Now, I don't believe your founding fathers wanted to establish a theocracy, and they probably did intend for the country to be welcoming of all religions, but this isn't proof of that. Alright, again, very confusing bit here over here. What does this has to do with left and right? Its intent wasn't to prove America wasn't a Christian nation. They were saying they weren't going to reignite the Crusades. No, it would be delayed for a couple of centuries. The Crusades were before the American Revolution, right? Yeah, or maybe the Treaty of Tripoli was earlier. I don't know. Let's make that a learning moment. Treaty of Tripoli, 1805. The First Barbary War. What the hell? Never heard of this. It's between the United Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the United States and the Bay and subject of Tripoli of Barbary. What the hell is Tripoli of Barbary? Ah, Libya. To secure commercial shipping rights and protect American ships in the Mediterranean Sea from local Barbary parades. Alright. Anyways, it says its intent wasn't to prove America wasn't a Christian nation. They were saying they weren't going to reignite the Crusades. No, that would be delayed for a couple of centuries. When? Since 1805 were the Crusades reignited? Never. Right, so it says no, that would be delayed for a couple of centuries. Alright. Now, I don't believe your founding fathers wanted to establish a theocracy, and they probably did intend for the country to be welcoming of all religions, but this isn't proof of that. Alright, very convoluted sections. I suppose the point I'm trying to make, yeah, indeed, clarify it, is that people might want to spend a little less time romanticizing and manipulating the past, fat chance that, and a bit more time focusing on how to improve the future, fatter chance too. That's not to say there isn't plenty to be learned from looking back, because there is. It's just that most of those lessons wind up ignored or perverted these days. At best it's disingenuous and unproductive. At worst and often it's rather dangerous. Yeah, damn it. I don't want these politics in my game, Ubisoft. Alright, another one from Juno. Thinking about you, to Desmond. You're kind, you're wretched, simple things. One step removed from animals. One step removed? No, steps. None. No steps. None. You are animals. We had the sense, the sixth. We were transcendent. You are pretenders. You suppress. Your artifices are lies. Economics, philosophy, literature, love, all born of desperation. Denying what you are. Animals. Who root, who feast, who fuck, who kill, hate. That is what I think of when I think of you. Alright, that were all the email messages. God damn it, quite a lot. By the way, did I indeed get the correct... God damn it, man. Why would the game make the cover mechanic active on the laptop that you have to use very often? That's just, again, a minor annoyance. But why would you do that? Nobody will want to take cover there, and people will accidentally take cover there, just making it annoying. Instead of just immediately interacting with the laptop, you first have to get Desmond out of cover. It is just here. Why would you do this? Make it a cover thing. Just, I understand it's automatic. Probably every flat surface can, with a corner, can be a cover spot. But just disable it for something that you have to interact with. Because it's not even that I'm really pushing forward hard. Even when he's not even against it, like from there he went, from here he goes into cover already. So that means if you want to avoid it, you have to start interacting with the laptop from this distance. It's just so retarded. So much retarded in this game. Alright, this is where we started reading. Now I'm just... Yeah, we read this one. The blades, I think we already did that one earlier, read it. It works, it should hardly be... this one we read as well. This was that weird garbled stuff, like some kind of a virus. Alright, now I don't really remember this one. Sean Hastings, Connor's Piece of Eden. Interesting, the sphere used by Connor during his spirit journey is clearly first civilization in origin. It appears to function as some sort of temporal calculator. It's essentially a crystal ball, but one that actually works. This can't be coincidental, which begs the question, are there others out there? I think this, yeah, we for sure read this one. Yes, and this one as well. Alright, pretty sure I've now got them all covered. The ones that we read earlier and now the new ones. Alright, is this something we can interact with now? No. No. Do I have a map? No, I don't have a map. But this does look like a new room. I don't really recognize this room, to be honest. So I'm trying to interact with stuff, but it's not really working. What's that over here? These are just some lights. See where this gets to. Alright, I do need to speed it up. We also still have to talk with Juno. Who is over there? Right. Remember that was actually pretty tricky getting there. It's quite here I am. Right. This is the piece of power. Here we go. Nice.
Stories the temple will tell me today.
Right, so we have like, I think, again, a whole new area opened up. The problem is it all looks so similar. It's really hard to remember where you've been. At least for me it is. And now that Juno lady is also a goner, what changed? I have no clue. There was like this big stairs that moved upwards somewhere. At least we placed that piece of Eden or whatever it is. Here, this is what I mean. It's so confusing over here. Everything looks alike. Is this new? I don't think so. Nope. This is where we were. Let's just get down below somewhere. Oh. Alright, so that's also a way in.
I'm telling you, there's something down here.
Don't be daft.
I don't know, maybe they were sleeping or something and we woke them. Some kind of cryogenics? Or hibernation? I mean, how do we know what the hell they were doing down here?
They were working on a bunch of different solutions, but nothing worked. Just went from one to the next, and then... I don't know. They must have left at some point. After the end.
I wonder what the world would be like if they'd succeeded.
I'm more concerned about what it will be like if we don't.
Salvation. They found a way. Too late for them, but not for you. Sealed to protect it. Though now it bars your way. Find the key. The past will tell.
Right. Do we now have new dialogue?
Sorry, Desmond. A little busy right now.
Nope. Right, I guess that's where we came from. Still, I wonder what changed in this whole... Ah, there she is now. Let's try and see if she has some dialogue. I think this is a new... Yes, this is the new stairs. Or at least. I think it is, but it's pretty much a dead end. Ah. This for sure is new. Alright, nice. Here we go.
A new world approached. One that was dark and cold. It would consume us. For we were flesh, and flesh is frail. Though suits and shields might offer comfort, such adornments would not suffice. Not to save us all. So we sought to change what we were. In this manner, we might thrive in a world made poisonous. It was Aita who volunteered to see if it might be done. Aita, my husband, my love. In the end, it changed him, ruined him. He was made a prisoner of the machines. The body might survive, but his mind became brittle to the touch. He begged me for release, For days, for weeks, for months. I pleaded with him to give us time to find another way. But there wasn't one. Not for him. Not for us.
Holy shit, it's pretty dramatic. Alright, but is she still walking around somewhere? Yeah, there she is. Over there in the distance. Alright, is this where we came from? I don't know. Where the hell did I come from? There's also something over there. Up there, that's probably just only for getting down. Ah, fuck. Alright, I really need to speed it up. I'm already over the 40-minute marker. If I can't get to her, cannot get to her quickly, I will be... Yes, this is what I was hoping for. Damn it. Come on, dudes. Mechanics are pretty annoying. Right, I really have a hard time. I want to say seeing what you can interact with and what not. But this goes pretty well. Can we climb up? Yes, nice.
What is consciousness but a series of electrical impulses? And the body a vessel to hold these sparks. But it is weak. In time, it decays and crumbles into dust. We asked ourselves then, what if it might be replaced with something stronger, something better? So we forged a new vessel, one that might endure. It proved easy enough to enter. To leave required something more, something wrong. And so this too they abandoned. I wondered though, were they right to turn away?
Right. That's where I came from. Where is the Juno lady? Why can't you get up? This works as well. Nice. There she is. Woo! Ah, shit. Now she's a goner. Cannot really interact with her anymore. It seems. Alright, then I think oh, no. I exhausted everything. Here. Yeah, she disappears. This is probably where we have to put the... I'm not sure. Maybe if there's another one of those power sources, we have to put that over here somewhere. Nothing here. And I think this is just a way to get down, and we are where we left off. Let's quickly see if Sean has anything to say. I doubt it, but maybe based on the new Juno conversations. Nope. He is still leaning to what I think should be a wall, but there are no textures. And also quickly checking it out over here. I think I already... Yeah, I took these stairs earlier in this episode. Alright, I would say I think we pretty much done everything there is to do. Let's get back into the Animus. Here we go. And in the next episode, guys, I am going to just do some side missions. We have New York now as well. Do all the viewpoints, all the fast travel points. I will be doing assassination missions. Also, I want to open up convoys, naval convoys, and I looked up how that works because I thought it was just maybe a main campaign mission that unlocks them eventually, but I think it's a homestead mission that unlocks them. You have to, with the woodworker, he goes to Boston or something for some kind of a mission, and then after that is complete, you can actually send naval convoys. So that's also something I will be doing. Who are these dudes? What the hell? Where am I? So these are enemies. Oh, you did it to yourself. I want it to be non-lethal. So I hope for that guy that he can swim, but I assume falling in the water unconscious is a death sentence. But it's such a weird place where we now suddenly are. Anyways, that's for the next episode. This is, by the way, the main mission. That would be, I assume, sequence 9. So we have 4 sequences left, but quite a lot of especially naval stuff to do. Also over here, homestead inventions. A lot to do. That is on the agenda for the next episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you there. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.